This is LTV.
Inside Leominster is brought to you in part through the generous support of N.P. Crowley Company Incorporated and by DeCarolis Insurance Agency Incorporated, DeCarolisinsuranceagency.com, and by Enterprise Bank. Enterprise Bank, create success, enterprisebanking.com.
Hello and welcome to Inside Leominster, the non-winning, the never won an award show here at LTV. Do you know that? We never won an award. 32 years we've been doing this show. We've never, it's like struggling artist. We don't want to lose that. We don't want to win an award because then we'll lose that image of.
I was going to say, we can enter you.
No, because then if we get an award, then we'll have to say the award winning will sound like everybody else. So we're the non-award winning Inside Leominster.
You say non-competing.
No, we are. I just want to maintain that image. I don't want to lose that image of a, like struggling artist, right? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. When you're a struggling artist, you want to, that appearance that you're out there struggling to. Hey, that movie's ready, by the way. The parenting there that they made up at at the Doyle. They're coming up March something, I don't know. Oh, yeah. It had a little bit of a trailer. It had a trailer, but no voice. No voice. Weird. Maybe I just clicked it up wrong. You could probably look it up. I don't know. It's, I don't know. I only watch movies, and I don't watch them in their entirety. But when we do watch movies, they're usually, fun movies, fun movies. And my backup is usually Barney Fife. Not movies, but I mean the show. Yeah. But we've watched so many of them so many times in little increments, And that we're on to the new ones now where it's Mayberry, RFD. Speaking of RFD and very important people and award-winning people, let's head right to Art from the Art Report.
Yes, sir. And to those people today that thought they were being cool, going 30 miles an hour through a puddle, how's your front end doing?
Yeah. I'm the old guy in driving slow.
You just can't take chances now with these holes in the water, and you're going to rip your front end out.
Yeah.
But, you can't take the water? A duck? I don't know. My friend. I don't know. But we got lucky. This one, I think we dodged a bullet with this one.
Yeah,
if it was a little bit colder, we'd have had a lot of snow.
We had to wait on the plowing because we tested a spot, and I even tested it. I said, let me try plowing it. And then within seconds, it all glided over on ice. So the ground was still too cold, so we left it slushy until the temperatures around 9:30 were up high enough, and then we started plowing. Everything was good. But in the meantime, it's a little slippery. Now, if you drive slow, everybody's got snow tires, all-weather tires, and if you just take it easy, you can maneuver around like nothing, no problem.
No. Well, I got to go rub out a cramp. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Yeah, I get those cramps, man. I get them sometimes at night, and I come flying like Flipper right out of bed. Like, whoo,
Back spasm?
No, I get them in my legs. I come flying out of, like, whoo, like, what was that? Like when you see the seals or the dolphins jumping out of the... Anyway, we're inside Leominster. My name is Dean Mazzarella. I'm the mayor for the city, and just about every, we had holidays last year, so we weren't here, but, for Christmas and the holidays, New Year's and that. But we're here at 4 o'clock till 5 o'clock. We have a live-in talk show in case you'd like to chat with us. And if you have a question or something, you by all means let us know. We do have guests today. And want to remind you before we get too far, You have your microphone close by? Sit down for a minute. Relax. Because I want to help promote a couple of things. First of all, we have a comedy night tonight. And
Is that our buddy Jerry Caruso?
yes, Jerry Caruso tonight, live. Paul Durant.
Speaking of podcasts,
What?
Jerry's going to be doing a podcast.
Jerry's going to be doing a podcast.
Sports.
Yeah, he's doing a podcast.
How many
Everybody's
sports?
doing- Jerry's doing a sports car?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good. Good
Yep,
for him.
teasing that. That's coming up.
Nice. Yeah. So that's tonight. Tonight's it's just one of those nights. There's like 3 things to get to. And last week we got to the Pink on the Rink, and then by the time we get out of the parking garage, which I said I wasn't going to do, no more parking garages because you can't get out of there. But I said I'm not going to stay for the full game because I got to get back downtown because we have a concert and then we have a play that starts at 7:30. So I should be able to make that. So I want to at least get to each thing for a half hour, 45 minutes. But didn't work out because by the time we got back to Leominster, by the time we got back to the car, we had to download this app to pay for the parking. And by the time we got out of there, we got back here, the concert was just finishing. And then we scooted over to the synagogue, and that was just about coming to an end. So tonight's one of those nights. We just got all those things going. So tonight at City Hall, it's a comedy night, and it goes to benefit the veterans. And it's $20, but for a good cause. And so then, also, I want to just promote next week. Next week is school vacation.
Yep.
If you're watching this on the 13th, then next week's school vacation. If you're watching it 7 days from now, it's the 20th, it is school vacation. So, want to remind you, we have things lined up all week. But one thing that you're doing here, go ahead and explain that.
We got the Kids Video Club. So
What you did before.
Yeah, we do that during the summer usually, but we've had so many requests that we're bringing it to February and April vacation. And we
Nice.
have 5 to 6 kids
Oh,
signed
good.
up. for
Well, you
next
don't want
week.
too many kids because, you'll take them, but
Yeah.
you can give more of a one-on-one and let them produce something, and
Let
it
them-
makes it fun.
Let them create their own stuff.
Right.
That's the goal, is that from 9 to 4, Monday through Thursday, they're creating. 9 to 3 on Friday, they're wrapping up. We'll do a pizza party for them. And then from 3 to 4, the parents come and they get to watch it
Wow.
right in the conference room on the big screen.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's taught by Valerie. Valerie is a pro at teaching.
Really? Valerie, look at you.
Yeah.
She's got the degree there. She's got the talent.
Yeah.
Good for her. Good
Yep.
for you, Valerie.
And Johannes is going to be teaching the technical for the kids.
He's a technical guy.
Yeah,
Even when
he's-
you talk to him, something's going on up there in his brain, something technical. He's thinking of something, plugging in a cord or something on the master panel or something. Maybe you can get an award someday.
So yeah, that's
So can they
all
still
next-
sign up if kids are interested? Could they-
Tomorrow's the last day.
Tomorrow's the last day to sign up. What, did they call this number right here?
They go to leominster.tv and then they scroll down to the upcoming events and you can sign up.
You could sign up right there. Pretty good.
Yeah.
So next, so what started out? So a group called Bay State Racing.
Is that the?
They have a proposal
Yeah.
to take the capped landfill and some buildings adjacent to that property.
Right.
And they would do two weekends a year. They would do racing,
What
horse
kind of-
racing,
horse racing.
horse racing.
Wow.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Horse racing. And so what started out is they, when I first met them, I said, look, you gotta, the biggest thing in any project is communication. That's the biggest thing. Communicate, over-communicate. And I said, but I just found, as a matter of neighborly courtesy, that you meet with the neighbors first. When you're at that point where you think you have enough to share, even though you're not done your proposal yet and everything, and there's a lot more to go, meet with them. That way
Exactly.
they don't have to hear it on the street.
Yeah, it's manners.
Are you guys going to be there to video it? Do you know? Is anybody asked you
No
to?
one's reached out to
All
us.
right, I'll
but
talk to them. Maybe they have somebody that and then it's going to do it, and then
Absolutely.
they'll hand over the tape to you. I'll check. But So what originally started as, let's meet with the neighbors, let's send out invitations to the neighbors. But before that could happen, someone got a hold of the invitation and posted it on Facebook.
Oh.
And started with, their own version of information. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know where they get the information. I didn't even get an invitation. The invitation was ghost to the neighbors that were going to meet. At first, they were going to meet in a smaller venue. I said, I'd get a bigger venue. So now it's turned into kind of like, again, out of courtesy to the neighbors, they're going to meet with them first. That way they heard it first and they get to ask questions because they're the ones that live near there. I mean, all of the traffic will come from the connector, all the traffic. And I'm not going to give their proposal. I'm just telling you some of the things that, people have said, well, Mechanic Street's busy enough. Yeah, no, that's why all the traffic will come in and out of that connector over there. And so there's a lot more to go. But I just feel bad sometimes because the intent, sometimes you mean to do the right things and then it just turns the other way. And so if there are neighbors that are watching, it was really the intent to meet with you first so that you didn't have to hear this because there'll be a number of forums where people can get the information. And one of the things we'll try to do is a podcast from here. We'll do interviews here, whatever it takes to get the information out, because their thing is, hey, listen, we have a proposal. We want to share our proposal, not one that's been put through a meat grinder on Facebook, because then people don't understand what the proposal is anymore, because people start inserting things that aren't, that aren't true or misinformation. All we want is a chance to share our proposal. That's it, And so, anyway, so that's coming up next Tuesday night. So if you're a neighbor or a butter, and for some reason you should have already gotten this invitation, but I don't understand. Like they had so nobody got an invitation. Nobody saw the invitation except members of the city council. So I'm not sure how another person got it, because again, so what looks like this was a meeting for everybody is, and it was specifically for the neighbors, but now it's kind of like turned into, an everybody thing. So I just hope they have enough room. People are interested in hearing it. I think most people are, have got their, hey, I just want to hear what the proposal is, And it makes good use. I mean, it does make good use of the landfill. It puts all the traffic down. We've asked them to look at that area along Nashua Street to study it. What's happening is anytime, not anytime, it's almost every night now that there's an accident or something happens at 190 and Route 2.
Yeah.
And so I've asked the state, I said, we got to put flashing lights, something, slow people down ahead of the time. I'm amazed at how fast they're going to west, or 190 at west. And remember, the interstate ends. It ends right there. And then you got Route 2 merging, and people are doing 70, 80 miles an hour. It ain't going to work. It's, something's going to happen. So once that happens, then everybody's GPS, or they know another way, they get off on Mechanic Street, the old Mechanic Street by Go Farm. Yeah. Well, now they're a little bit behind because GPS said they'd be home at 5 or 6, and now they're like, oh no, now I got to go to the back roads. So they speed it up, and they go by Go Farm, and they go to Mechanic. So I've asked them to study that area as part of the project to see what ways we could slow people down. Are there ways to engineer the road to slow people down? Are there sidewalks that we can put? Sometimes you narrow the road, it slows people down.
And is this in city council chambers? Or?
No, it's actually at Francis Drake School. So
okay.
They wanted it to be in the neighborhood. So first they were going to do it to Franco Vets, and I said, it might not be big enough because there's quite a few, neighbors up there. Not just direct abutters, but general, people that live on Locust Street and some of those side streets. So it's an interesting proposal. It really is. And so I always say, I always give everybody the respect. I don't care what it is, of listening.
Yeah.
Like, just listen to the proposal. Just hear it out. It's like, you may not agree with it after. That's okay. Not everybody agrees. You'll never find a forum where everybody agrees. Yeah. That's just the case. So anyway, we'll do a podcast, and then as I segue into the, the part about the next week it's school vacation, and part of what you're doing, right, is what we did for school vacations now is we really tried to add activities, and we have so many activities next week, and I'll list some of them later on. We have guests. I don't want to hold that up too much longer. But we know, I can't believe how much it costs to take kids to grandkids to anything today.
And the more kids who sign up for this program and want to do it, the more we can offer over the summer. Right now we have 2 in August, but if
you'll add one.
We'll add 2 more.
Is it free?
No.
No. How much is it?
No, it's $150.
$150. Okay. So what we've been trying to do is offer more events. And so like between the rec department, the city, we have the drive-in movie theater next week where you get these boxes and you decorate them all out like a car. And we have pizza, and I can't tell you, it's amazing how much is there. It's free. And then we watch a movie. It's fun. And then we have Once Upon a Time. And so my point is we try to keep kids busy. We know that some families can't afford to go to these expensive places. Yeah. And so we open up all kinds of things next week, and we have a whole schedule. If you use Facebook, you can go to our site. It's a specific site. It's happening in Leominster. So you go right to that site, and it'll tell you everything that's going on. Or you can go to our website at leominster-ma.gov, and I'll share some of those other things too. So
awesome.
There's still time to sign up. Tomorrow's the last day to sign up, and you're going to make your kids motion picture productionist.
Or they can make sketches,
cartoons.
They're going to do a game show.
A game show?
Yeah.
Like you have to know the answer to things?
It's trivia, yeah.
Trivia.
It's kind of, so when I was younger and starting out and I was an education coordinator.
Struggling?
10 years ago.
Struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A struggling technical coordinator. And I was teaching an education program. We did a game show because one of the kids' favorite TV shows was Jeopardy. So
I know all the answers.
Yeah.
After they put them up. I know the answers. I knew that answer. My brother's pretty good. My brother Marco's pretty good at this stuff. He knows how to fill these things in. And what's the guy Steve there? What's that one there? The
Which one?
The Family Feud. What's it called?
Oh, yeah, Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey's show there. Yeah, he knows those. He knows the answers to those things too. He knows but I know the answers to them after.
I mean, Family Feud is like a great idea.
Yeah. The feuding part comes later when they leave. And they say, "You said what? You said what?" Well, anyway, good things. So good things happening next week. We'll certainly have it. But tomorrow, I wanted to make sure I promote this now because tomorrow's the last day to sign up for LTV.
There are 4 spots left.
4 spots left. That's it. And under $50 isn't a lot all week. Yeah. Because honestly, if you had to pay for daycare or childcare or something, or try to take them up to anywhere else, you got to spend a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a break. Oh, let's take a phone call. Caller, welcome to the show.
Hi, Dina.
Hey, it is Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
We're waiting for you, Crystal. I didn't see the light blinking there.
That's why. How you doing?
Well, I wore my shoes today, and I didn't wear like boots or anything. And this is the only thing I don't like about winter is salt gets on your shoes.
Yeah.
It's the only thing.
Mark wants to talk to you.
It's the only thing I don't like about winter.
Oh, Mark wants to talk.
Where's Mark?
Mark Bono.
Where is he?
He's at Hannaford.
Oh, well, I maybe I should call him. I have him paged. Hey, Mark, the mayor's on the phone. Aisle 6.
I know. And also, Reggie from Hannaford needs to talk to you, too.
All right. Well, I'm gonna next week I'll be down. I'm going to take a stroll through Hannaford.
Yep. They gave us chocolate strawberries today.
They did?
Can't get chocolate strawberries. You can buy them. They're already pre-made.
Oh, really? I like chocolate strawberries. You know what? I eat them so fast and I like them so much that oftentimes I eat them with the stem on it and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I just start eating them.
And they have beautiful flowers if you want to get something for Tara.
Yeah, I'm always nice all the time.
Yeah. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Crystal.
Bye,
there
Crystal.
you go.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
We're going to take a short break here. You guys ready for a break back there? You are all thumbs up. Look at that, 3 thumbs up back there. We'll take a short break, and they'll come back with Charlene and Kevin Ross. Kings rooted and queens on free. Do you know anything about this? Yeah.
Oh, hi, Benji.
Hey, Michael. Hi out there, Michael. Look, I found a penny. Canadian. It was on tails. Which is good luck, right? No, that's not. Good luck. Okay. Let's go. I wish I was good at drawing. I'm gonna go take a seat. Hey, is that the penny from earlier? What do you mean? The penny from earlier. I think it's on your dog man's nose. Hey. But the penny's gone. Where could it have gone?
And we're back here at Inside Leominster, 978-534-1626. How appropriate that is, because the president is now talking about getting rid of the penny. And I was saying that the penny doesn't sound the same anymore when you drop it. You know, it doesn't sound like anything. I'm not sure what it sounds. It doesn't. At least if you dropped money, you know, like coins, in the past, and they hit something solid, you'd know you dropped them. Today, it's almost like, remember the old Jiffy Pop things that popped up? It's almost like you dropped the tinfoil from one of those things on the ground. That's what it sounds like. It's got a little bit of salt on it and stuff. It's a little greedy. You drop it, it just doesn't sound. So I'm all for getting rid of the penny. Round it off. Just, you know, donate it to an organization, right? So that way you're not fooling around with like change in your pocket and all that, you know? Even though I do that all the time. I like round it up or I leave it at the register. Somehow or another, when I get home at night, I still end up with a pocket full of change. And I don't get this. Anyway, good afternoon to my guests, Charlene and Kevin Ross. And they have a new business at 975 Merriam Ave in Leominster. That's up at the Twin City Mall, right?
Yes.
Correct.
And tell us the name of it and what it's all about, because we had them at our downtown meeting a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, this is so cool. And look at, you're all, is this for Valentine's Day?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
You're like kicking it off.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Reminding people who are busy like me that completely forgot that Valentine's Day was tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes. And it's on a good day. It's on a Friday this year. So.
At least it's not on the 13th.
Right.
It's always on the 14th.
Absolutely.
Oh, you know, what's amazing is poor Lincoln and George Washington, right? Their birthdays couldn't even be celebrated on their day.
Right.
But Valentine's Day can be.
Every year.
Celebrated
Every year.
on the same day.
Every year.
Because when I went to school, they were separate. George Washington and Lincoln were separate birthdays. Then everything turned into a long weekend. And I
Right.
said, hey,
There's too many long
I'm
weekends.
sorry you were born in the middle of the week, but we got this thing that we got to get the long weekend, so we're going to have to just make everybody who's born after a certain age think that you were born on the same day on President's Day.
Every year.
President.
Every year. You know, your birthday. It's amazing how your birthday fell the same day. So go ahead, tell us the name of the business. And
So we have the Child and Family Wellness Center, which is a clinic that is servicing mental health. And we serve families in the Worcester County area with outpatient therapy, in-home therapy, and therapeutic mentoring, just as a way to support our youth and families in the communities. Right now, there are so many people dealing with these mental health issues that we're grateful that they've come to the forefront. We're grateful that we're in a space where we can talk about it openly now, and we're even more grateful that we can be a part of the journey to healing for them.
How fun, huh?
Yeah, it is.
I meant to ask you, are you going tonight to the gala there at Devon's? I tried to hook you up with them. They were having, did that ever happen?
No.
Oh, it's Luck is
yeah.
having their like,
Oh, yes,
Oh, the Luck Gala, yes.
the therapeutic mentoring,
yeah,
the
yeah,
mentoring
yeah,
gala.
yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
the
ever hook
mentoring
up with
gala.
them or anything?
No.
No? Okay.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
it's been kind of busy.
It's all right. No. But I just thought, hey, maybe there's a chance that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
it
thank
sounded
you for
like
that.
very
No.
formal and everything.
Sure.
So I
Yes,
thought,
yes,
well,
everyone's getting
I don't
a
know
chance
anybody
to
more
get all
formal than
dressed up
both
and-
of you.
Yeah.
Pretty formal.
Thank you.
Youth development, social skills, thoughtful decision making, anger coping skills, healthy team building skills, goal setting, problem solving, leadership development, self-awareness, and male mentorship.
Yeah, and so as my wife said, you know, we have the clinic, and then alongside of that, we have our groups that we run.
Right.
The group that I lead is called Kings Rooted, just a social emotional space to really allow the youth to identify on what manhood means for them, and gain tools for the ever-evolving journey of manhood. Definitely incorporate core values, which is integrity, accountability, self-determination, positive anger expression, and respect for womanhood, and visionary goal setting. And just really, and again, empower our young youth about emotional intelligence, right? Because when I was young, I know it's surprising, I was young once, but all I knew how to express was anger and happiness.
Right.
But providing the space for them
Well, that's what's around you.
Exactly.
You know.
Which are always surface emotions, but
Sure.
underneath there was sadness, right? There was shame, there was guilt, growing up in a single-parent home, not knowing who my dad was, and there was a lot of different emotions that I wasn't able to express.
Right. You knew there were emotions out there.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I know there's all these things out there. I
Yes.
just don't know anything
Right.
about those things.
Right.
you know?
And I was only taught to express anger and joy.
Yeah, that's
right?
it.
And,
I'm really happy, or I'm
absolutely.
or I'm really mad right
That's
now.
right. That's
I don't know
right.
anything else,
That's
and
it.
I certainly don't know how to deal with any of those other emotions
Any
that
of those
are
other emotions.
circling
right.
around. You help with those things.
Yes. And then my wife has her
Yeah.
organization.
So alongside of him, I work with young women on the same journey into womanhood, and it's called Queens on Fire, and the FIRE stands for personal development, health and wellness, identity, respect for self and others, excellence, and entrepreneurship. So we just take a journey through life and giving them the tools to grow into the women that they are meant to become, giving them the vocabulary for their emotional intelligence, and just reminding them that we are from kings and queens, and our history is royalty, and slavery is a part of our journey. However, that's not who we are
Right.
at the core.
Yes.
And so just reminding us that you can be a young woman empowered and on your journey, and it doesn't take walking out undressed or walking around in your pajamas, or just giving them the tools to see better. And when you have a better vision, you have something to work towards, and just really pouring into them so that their greatness can come out of them. It's already in them. They were born with it.
Right.
But just being a part of the journey into that womanhood.
Right. You're just helping them to pull out what's really there.
Already
Sure.
there.
Right?
Yes.
You're just like, I'm
Yes.
going to help you. This isn't magic, like I'm going
Right.
to pull coins out and
Exactly.
pull a rabbit out of a hat. This is already
Absolutely.
here. I'm going to help to
Exactly.
extract that.
Absolutely.
And maybe your frustration is, it's there, I don't know how to get it. It's like, who used to say, there used to be a commercial about learning literacy. And they would always say, how important it was to speak well, because, people like, well, this person knows what they're doing, or you get in a situation where, I got an issue with this and I want to explain myself.
Sure.
And I have the better ability to communicate, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
And sometimes people get angry
Yes.
because they're trying to explain what the problem is, they just don't seem to know the
How
way
to
to do
navigate,
that.
right, the
They
right-
don't know the tool to use
Right.
to sort of get that out.
Right.
Right.
And interesting enough, see, I really do believe that sometimes people get a bad deck.
Absolutely.
That they
Yes.
just nothing in their life, and most of it not their fault.
Right.
Seems to go right.
Yes.
Right.
So whether it's a broken family
Yes.
or poverty or whatever it is, they're just stuck in this cyclone
Yes.
Yes.
and can't seem to get out of it. Now, many times it's somebody like yourself or Boys and Girls Club or a teacher or somebody at a church, who knows where. For a nickel, every time I heard somebody successful say, it's a good thing I had the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes.
Or it's a good thing I had my church, my
Yep.
youth group, my
Yes.
youth pastor, a
Yes.
mentor. I got a job at such and such a place and learned so much from that.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but really, what did they do? Exactly what you're doing.
Exactly.
Trying to, sort of pull that out of them,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, because
Spark.
I'm a true believer of, reaching back, right? Because I can relate to most of what these youth are experiencing.
Right.
And for me, having mentors in my life, and not just having mentors, but when the timing was right, because mentors, we're here to sow the seed. It doesn't mean I'm going to see the fruit of it, right? Because eventually it's going to be an aha moment, and those seeds were planted.
Sure.
And so just creating space today, we're creating space today for our young kings and queens to really embrace the pain, right? And acknowledge it, acknowledge the anger, acknowledge all of their feelings. And now how can we create that for a platform for your anger or sadness or shame or guilt to become a success story?
Sure.
Because what happens to us, what is it going to look like when we allow it to happen through us?
Right.
Right? Because when I think about pain, all of life's beauty came through pain. Our mother carried us for 9 months, and look at the beauty of the child.
Sure.
Look at how diamonds are made, the pressure, the fire, and so embracing that journey and allowing it to be a story, a testimony, right? To reach back and to support someone else. We have the awesome opportunity recently to collaborate with Spanish American Center.
Yep.
We're
Crossroads
doing
after
in a
school.
10-week program now, the Kings Rooted and Queens on Fire. And one of the other pieces that we do is an etiquette class, and so we're teaching them etiquette.
Right.
And then
You want to know how to act when you're
That's
when
right.
you're out.
That's
And
right.
there are so many people there's so many young people with so much talent
absolutely.
and gifts that don't know they have it.
Right.
And don't know how to sort of share it, right? To pull it out and use it as a tool every day. But that's where you can be helpful. Like, you're a
Yes.
beautiful lady.
That's
you don't
need
need to dress that way. Or you don't need to do this. Or
Right.
Let's take a step back and let's try this out. Biofeedback. Watch how people react to you
Yes.
Yes.
when you act this way, right? I mean,
Yes.
that's how we act is how the response,
Right.
Yes.
right? I mean,
Right.
that's how we act. Anyway, 978-534-1626, and Charlene and Kevin Ross are with me, and they're doing some wonderful things, and it might not be for everyone. It just might not be everyone's sort of way of doing business. But I was trying to think today, there used to be these like Emily Post and proper etiquette places in the
Yes.
past with
Yeah.
polishing schools
Yes.
and all of that, and you're doing some of that,
Yes.
Yes.
which is kind of cool.
And we put it
Absolutely.
together in a gala. So once they go through the etiquette class and they've gone through the Kings and Queens program, at the end of it, we bring the Kings and Queens together. That allows them to get dressed up. The young men are being fitted
for
suits,
suits,
Wow.
ties,
tie-ties.
ties.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Scott and I, it's like, hey, Scott, throw me a roll. That's how we never went, right, Scott? We never went to that school. Scott's a little more polished than me. Scott's more polished. He knows about food and culture and things.
Sure.
And I'm like, hey, did you see the Three Stooges on Sunday? Did you see where he hit him in the head with a hammer and the hammer bent? And he's like, reciting Macbeth,
Right.
poetry.
Yeah,
I need,
yeah. Good job,
he's
Scott.
polished. That's just the way it goes, right?
Yeah.
You bring up a movie. like something really obscure, and he knows all about it. And I'm like,
right. And it's about exposure, right? It's
Sure.
about giving our
Of course it
youth some type of different exposure
Right.
because they don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
But the wonderful thing that I do know is that we are wired to be a part of something. It's just what is it going to be?
I wonder if they have like polishing school or etiquette school when you go to like Chick-fil-A. Hey, how's it going? Everybody's like happy. I'm like, do I know this kid?
Right.
There's one guy that I run into Pennsylvania all the time. We're like best buddies.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, he retired. He's out working at night, making a little extra money. Put his kids through college,
Good stuff.
good colleges. And but everybody's like, is anything I could? You want extra ketchup?
Right.
Have you ever
Right.
been? You guys been back to a Chick-fil-A back there? You ever been there? No. You guys haven't been to a Chick.
Yeah.
You're isolated. You got to get out more, right?
That's a part of their brand.
Yes.
That's a part
Right.
of their
It's like
branding.
I
Customer
should
service,
have a good
which
experience.
is void now. Customer
Yes.
service is
Yes,
void now.
I should have a good experience. I had to go to my ear, nose, and throat doctor last week down at St. Vincent's, and the lady was great, but she had a headset on. She goes, "Your name, please. Your last name, please." Yeah, Mazzarella. Has any medical history changed? No.
Yeah.
She didn't look at me.
Right.
You got your ticket so I can validate? Yeah. Okay. That'll be $35 copay.
right.
And then she did the same thing behind me. She's a nice lady and everything.
Right.
And she's efficient. She had everything very organized and
But the
everything. I'm
customer
like,
service.
I just want
Right.
to say, hi, how's your day?
Right.
But I thought maybe she'd yell at me or something for ruining her rhythm.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
could see that she had a lot of work, that it wasn't just checking people in.
Right.
That she probably was doing the work of, usually it's two people there.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
probably doing the work of us. So I'm just saying that
Yeah.
you know,
Customer
getting
service.
a good job so you can make good money, a lot of it is your presence and
Yes.
how you conduct
Absolutely.
yourself.
How you carry
So
yourself, right.
These
right,
things are pretty
right.
important.
First
I-
impression is the most important impression.
Yeah, like I said, hey, Scott, throw me a roll. You want the rest of your dessert? You know, that kind of stuff. What side's your fork go over? I use everything. I use a spoon for everything.
Right.
Forget. Here, you can have my fork. Just don't take it home. So this is good stuff. So how do people reach out to you? And is there funding involved? Is there grant funding? Is there...
Grant funding,
Yes.
because again, we know that our families are dealing with a lot, and
Yeah.
so you know we've been fortunate enough to have some grant opportunities, and so that our youth can get access to
Yes.
these learned skills.
I know we talked a lot about the etiquette part and all that, but the mental illness part is something that's really critical today.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because the sooner you can get to those issues, the better it's going to be for everyone. It's for too many people, they hold on to those mental health issues
Yes.
until later in the years, till they become so severe
Right.
Yes.
that now the courts get involved, and
Right.
it's just, and you know,
Yeah.
I saw a little cartoon the other day, and it's two people with a clock on the back, and it said, "We're running out of time."
Wow.
Right? I mean,
Wow.
we're running out of
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
We each at
yeah.
different
Yes.
stages.
Sure.
The clock is the same.
Right.
But we're all
Yes.
running out of time. From
Yes.
birth to death. We're
Yes.
running out of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
yes.
and why carry on some of these things when there actually is some help? And people might think sometimes, nah, they can't help me. I got a kid, but I don't think they're going to be able to help him out. He's just
Yes.
stubborn, or he's
Right.
just this. But in
Right.
reality,
Absolutely.
parents aren't always the best.
Right.
At-
And sometimes the children will listen to outside voices
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
faster
Right.
than they will listen
Like,
to
hey,
their
I don't know, I
parents.
left my
Yeah.
kid off. Kid's fine. I don't know. I took him home, and
Yeah.
he's pulling
Yeah.
the drapes down.
And that's part of the in-home therapy that we do as well. Is, you know, you send your child to us to fix your child. A lot of parents think that our job is to fix their children, which it's not. But then, you know, we send them back into the same toxic environment.
Right.
And so how do we bring that together where we're working with the children as well as the parents to learn how to meet in the middle? And that's what I love most about the in-home therapy piece of what we do.
Right. Like, kid, you go to the office, you talk to the kid goes back in the same environment.
Right.
Exactly.
We accomplished nothing here.
Exactly.
He comes back, it's like we had a
Right.
setback.
Right.
Well, we had a setback because, you know,
Of what you're
Exactly.
infused with, right?
it's
right.
like
Exactly.
painting a ceiling that's leaky.
Right.
Yeah, okay, I just
I
painted
like
this thing
that.
6 times.
Why is it still
The
leaking?
problem is it's still
Yes.
leaking. We
Yes.
gotta fix the,
And
we gotta
again,
fix
it's
the
part
leak.
of the holistic approach of
Yes.
servicing the family. Because again, as a parent, all I know is all I've been taught,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And so until I'm willing to unlearn some things and learn some different things. Because there's no handbook on parenting. If it was, I wouldn't read it anyway. Right?
I
'Cause
met
every
kids from the
child is
Bronx that never left the Bronx.
Right.
I'm like, didn't you go in like to the city? And like,
No.
I just
No.
Just
stayed
right
in
there.
the Bronx.
different. So that's
Right.
all they know.
I didn't have anything. You never went downtown to see a
Nope.
movie or anything? No.
Nope.
We had a movie theater in the Bronx. I'm like,
Right.
okay, just Just like,
Yes.
but there's a whole world out
There's
there.
a whole
Yes,
world out
right.
there.
Until they
There's
were
a whole
adults,
world
they
out
never
there.
left the bunch.
Yeah.
Right.
978-534-1626, that's our number. If they want to reach you, is there a phone number that they can reach you at?
Yes. So the best way to reach us is through our website.
Okay.
And that for the Child and Family Wellness Center, it is just that, the Child and Family Wellness Center.com. And you can make referrals on there. We're hiring. We're looking for master level clinicians, therapeutic mentors. So we are hiring, and you can find everything on the website. Again, that's the Child and Family Wellness Center.com. And that's the best way to reach us. We are one of 5 offices
And
in
you have a grant, but
Massachusetts.
does that mean that there's a co-payment involved, or they pay anything, families, or is this all?
For the Child and Family Wellness Center, we are insurance-based.
Okay.
So it's whatever your insurance is. We deal with a lot of Mass Health
Yep.
and the spin-offs of the Mass Health, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Tufts. So the major insurances we take. For the kings and queens, yes, we are looking for grant opportunities. So if there are some out there,
Yeah.
we are looking for grant opportunities. We want to make it accessible for our families, and that's the best way that we can do it without having to charge our families.
Right.
We
Well, thank you both for what you do. That's great. It's inspirational.
Thank
you.
Glad that people step up to do these things. I mean, I know what I know that I can't do. But I know people that can do a lot better than what I can't do and
Sure.
do really good at it. It's like, I ask kids, I said, when I go into class, I think I said this that day you were at the meeting, and I'll go in and I'll say, all schools, I don't care, private, parochial, whatever it is. Do you think every one of us has gifts, that we each, got a gift? And there'll be a pause. I was worried at first when I asked the question. Every kid in the class raises their hand.
Right.
Some of it's a religious thing, some of it is just, and they all believe if they haven't found their gift that it's there, and they haven't found it yet.
That's right.
That's encouraging.
Yes. Absolutely.
And that's the truth. We are all born with a gift and a talent, and I truly believe that every gift and talent that we were given is a stream of income and a way to serve our community.
Right.
And because we're wired to be a part of a community and to
That's right.
to help
Just like
one
here, we
another.
love to be struggling artists here. This is the non-winning, we've never won an award. 32 years we've been at this, but we're not giving up.
That's right.
We're going to take a short break, but we're not giving up. We'll be
That's
right
right.
back. And we're back here at Inside Leominster. Just a couple of minutes left, but we'll take your call at 534-1626. Did that say from the Sean Pritchard collection? That's amazing. I knew Sean Pritchard, and I probably know a lot of the people that are in those films there. I used to have those ice racing. How cool.
We do have a pop culture.
All right, let's get moving. Indoor movie, drive-in movie next week. I'm still here. February 18th. The indoor farmers market next week on the 20th is 4 to 6, Once Upon a Time. All the kids dress up in like their Snow White and Cinderella and all that. And we have adults in costumes too. It's a fun day. You don't miss that. Bring your camera. February 21st, 10 to 2 o'clock. And as I said before, get your free tickets and join us at City Hall Tuesday, February 18th, 5:30 to 8:30. Free popcorn, drinks, and pizza. Decorate your own box to watch the movie. You don't need a ticket, but you got to get a hold of us by tomorrow so we have a head count. And then we have this whole school vacation week roster here. Things at the public library, paint a colorful pottery, drop-in buttons, painting fun, STEM, bad art afternoon. That's cool. School vacation week with the rec department, Fitchburg Art Museum, City Hall. Plenty going on. Let's see. Comedy night is tonight, 7 to 10 o'clock right at City Hall, $20, I'm sorry, benefit the Veterans Family Connections. And over at St. Cecilia's, they're going to be doing Lenten soups for Lent. And they're going to be doing them on Wednesdays. And Jeanine Brito says, give her a call at 978-516-8540 because they could use some help. And bingo next week is Thursday. All ages, 6:30 to 7:45. They need to know. So get a hold of the rec department if you're going to plan on coming. And then Super Bingo at St. Cecilia's Church. Big time. 2 $1,199 games, 9 $500 games, and 3 mystery game payouts. This is at St. Cecilia's March 1st. And they have 3 packages available. And if you're a bingo person or not, you could win some serious money and have some fun. All right. I'm going to zip through these so we can do our part here. And also, just so you know, the library has free passes. I don't know if you knew this, but free passes to all kinds of museums, like 10 or 15 museums, plus Tower Hill Botanic Gardens, Department of Conservation and Reservation, state park passes for free. And if you're going to the public library tomorrow, which is the 14th, which is Valentine's Day, by the way, preschool yoga with Miss Jamie at 9:30 and Be Mine at 10 o'clock. Resident Yard Waste drop-off at Jungle Road is, 8 to 12 o'clock Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Now, if you don't, if you're not a person that's on the internet and all that, quit bragging. We have a printed version of It's Happening in Leominster. We have them right at City Hall. It's it'll last the whole month, even if you drop some coffee on it and everything. It's got great stories, tells you what's going on in the city, and there you are. Let me give a quick, we'll have time, right? We got 10 minutes. All right, let me do some slides real quick. This is when I start to talk fast. All right, ready? Let's do some slides. 1,568 people tested positive in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for COVID. 13 here in Leominster, 23 deaths. 1 is too many. It's Employee Legal Awareness Day. Don't mess with me because I'm an employee here and I know my rights. It's Galentine's Day. It's Get a Different Name Day. I'm going to change my name. Kiss Day. National Apology Day. I'm sorry. And National Crab Rangoon Day. That's a good day. That's a great day. That's a wonderful day. National Tortellini Day, another good day, and World Radio Day. What kind of like radio? And in 1967, the Beatles, remember they put out a record? And my brother would know this, my brother Marco. Penny Lane on one side and Strawberry Fields Forever on the other. They were big hits. You never got 2 big hits on one record. Never, because they wanted to sell you another record. 1967, the United States sends 10,500 additional soldiers to Vietnam. What a mistake. In 1976, American Dorothy Hamill, she was 19 years old when she won those big awards. In 1979, Guardian Angels, Curtis Leewood. We actually had them come up, you know, when I first got elected. And he's still around. In fact, he might be running for mayor out in New York City this year, Curtis Leewood. And in 2000, it was the last time they had Peanuts comic strip. And 2022, the halftime show, I thought it was a good one. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Lamar, Mary J. Blige, and Eminem, and 50 Cent. Remember they kept going? They went from one to the other to the other. That was pretty good. I thought it was good. And anyway, here's some of our grants we talked about with Wendy last week. And let's see, do we have pictures of the week? All right, let's go. Here we go. Ready? Congratulations to Sean Como. We received a reward award from our insurance company for doing such a good job with with implementing OSHA and other safety precautions, not only with the city, but through the DPW. I'm going back one. Okay, DPW, how to work? I'll tell you, every storm they're out there, and every storm is like an overnight storm. There's Julio on the right there. I helped him a little bit, but he pretty much shoveled off the whole skating rink himself. And boy, is that place, tonight's probably not a great night for skating, but it's going to get cold again, and next week, again. Technical review on the new school, helping projects move forward. This is why we bring in all the inspectors of the city and department heads. Look at a project to, not to stall it or anything, but really to be proactive so the project moves forward with no difficulties. Perfect day for sledding last week. In fact, today was a good day for making snowmen. Congratulations to the new Fitchburg Police Chief, Steve Giannini. Used to work with us. Pictured with our chief, Lieutenant Connolly, and Officer Carlos Cintron. And don't forget your census. I got to find mine. I don't know where it went.
Mine was just delivered.
Was it? Okay, then I'll wait. You can leave it off at this box here at the top of the thing at City Hall. It's got a lock on it. Every day we empty it and bring it to the clerk's office. And another successful Pink in the Ring. Place is packed. It was a nice night. Saw a lot of people, laughed a lot. Beautiful car to park after the snow. It's always beautiful out there. And spring is just around the corner. Look at that. I bought that at the Garden Mania. And that was, what, 2 weeks ago today? Yeah. Look at that thing. Isn't that beautiful? I didn't even have to do anything. And congratulations to our buddy Tim Kimateris. Since he was 16 years old, worked at Tim's. It's a lot of work, bending, twisting, catering, listening to people's, right? You know, stories, things. You maybe not feeling 100% that day, but Tim doesn't like all the, you know, the acknowledgement. Yeah. But Timmy and I grew up together, and he's a good man. All right. So enough said about Timmy. He doesn't like all this fanfare.
We got the Pop Goes the Culture for you.
All right, let's do it. Pop goes the culture. Here I go. I got my thinking cap on. Pop goes the culture. Top selling soda, Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, Sprite, and Diet Coke. Is that true?
Yes.
Coke is still. Do you know why they put a Coke machine next to a Pepsi machine?
No.
Well, because more than likely you're going to buy one of them. And if there's just a Coke machine, you'll be like, yeah, I don't really like Coke. They give you so many different options in a machine today that it's... So I would think that... go back 1 second. I would have thought that... I guess Dr. Pepper wasn't always as popular, but it is now, and it's more popular than Pepsi. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
I like Dr. Pepper.
It became popular because of one movie.
Oh, that's why.
And then it just stayed popular.
Yeah.
Because of Forrest Gump.
Yeah, and I like Dr. Pepper. I don't really
It's my
drink,
favorite.
I don't really drink soda
Yeah,
anymore.
I don't drink soda anymore
I'm trying
either.
to live an extra minute. Okay, next slide. All right, top snacks in the United States, M&M's. Yeah, Oreos, Reese's, Pringles, and Kit Kats. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Oreos, yeah, Oreos a second. Reese's, Pringles. I don't even know what they are. What is a Pringle?
So it is a combination of a potato chip and a potato crisp.
I don't think there's any potato in it.
It's the
Salt.
flakes. It's the...
It's salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kit Kats. All right. Top snacks in Massachusetts, Rice Krispie treats.
That makes so much sense.
You think so?
Every kid growing up in my school, I was the only one who never had a Rice Krispie treat in my snack.
I guess.
I always had Oreos.
Well, they're crunchy, right? You know.
I think it's the whole marshmallow.
Yeah, they are good.
Yeah.
I know they're not healthy, but they are good. All right. Let's keep going on our pop culture.
So, Oscars are coming up. One of these films was not nominated for Best Picture, but everyone thinks it was. Can you guess which one?
I heard this. They were going through all these the other day. As good as it gets?
It's The Shining.
The Shining?
The Shining was actually Razzie nominated. It didn't become a classic till years later.
Yeah, well, it's just like the people that are in the Music Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They were reading off the list the other day. I thought they were already in, and they're not.
Joe Cocker was surprising.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
So here's the rumor mill.
Yeah, the West Marvel movie, Captain America, brand new movie, is ranked 3rd worst Marvel movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
Sometimes those reviews are like weighed.
I know. A French woman was scammed out of $855,000 by scammers using artificial intelligence brand Brad Pitt. Yeah, I believe it. Nicolas Cage slams actor who use AL to aid their performance. I'm a big believer in not letting robots dream for us. Robots cannot reflect the human condition for us. Amazing. That's the future, though. Artificial intelligence. I spend as much time I can on reading up on artificial intelligence. It's incredible. Go ahead. All right. Surpassed Michael Jackson for the most viewed halftime show. I don't believe it. Noah Gray, a former Leominster high school player, he did play. They didn't win, but he did play. Amora wins Best Picture for the 2025 Critics' Choice Award.
This is important because this is the Cinderella story. Everyone thought this movie was great. However, it lost the Golden Globe. It lost a bunch of other big ones, but it won Critics' Choice, PGA, Producers Guild, and Directors Guild, which Producers Guild and Directors Guild has successfully predicted the last decade of Best Picture winners.
Okay.
So we'll see.
You know, Michael Jackson, when he did his performances at halftime, more people watched the halftime show than they watched the game.
That was the first ever halftime show presented by Pepsi.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
That was the first year ever. First time. It was always Coca-Cola before then.
Well, we are filled with knowledge today. What a show today was, huh?
Yeah.
Filled with knowledge. Kids' vacation. Get them out. Get them on the ice rink. Get them on the hill skating. That snow will be still there. Not skating. Snowboarding. Get them out there sledding, whatever it is. Take them out in the trails. Take them snowshoeing. Get them outside. The flu has been brutal. And a lot of people have been sick. The flu is just off the charts. 20 million people in the United States, and nothing kills it. You got to like wash everything down with bleach and just be really careful. All right. Hopefully you can make it to the comedy night. I'll be there tonight, and I have another place to go, but that's okay. I'm going to get there for as long as I can. All right. Thanks to the whole cast and crew here inside Leominster. Good night. God bless you. Remember, the world is run by those who show up. Thanks for showing up. Good night.
Inside Leominster is brought to you in part through the generous support of N.P. Crowley Company Incorporated and by DeCarolis Insurance Agency Incorporated, DeCarolisinsuranceagency.com, and by Enterprise Bank. Enterprise Bank creates success. EnterpriseBanking.com.
This is LTV.